Alrighty, so this is GARMONIUMS. I believe that's how it's pronounced, at least. It's a tiny audio-visual exploration game. This game was developed by WASD SWAG, or WASD Swag, I think. Surprisingly, this is the same developer who made Disco Discomfort. That game that popped up around 2016 on YouTube and got the attention of a few big content creators at the time. The game's focus was about a social phobia about being in public. Once you walk into this club, the music stops and everyone stares at you. It's like this big, like, awkward interaction. That's about it. That's the game. There's a few things you can do in it, like collect some achievements. But that's pretty much it. That's the entire game. It gets its point across, a phobia about being in public spaces where you feel like everyone is watching you, like your sole existence in a public space is an insult to everyone around you. GARMONIUMS, however, doesn't seem to have much of a meaning behind it, at least not one that I can see. I almost forgot to mention that GARMONIUMS came out in 2014. A whole 9 years ago, by the way, and 2 years before Disco Discomfort. I actually found this game through Disco Discomfort. I think one night, some 5-ish years ago, I remembered about the Disco game and wanted to look into what else a developer might have made. I downloaded it and played it for like a whole 5 minutes and then quit. But then I remember about it again for some reason. Looked into it and said to myself, I'm gonna make a video about this eventually. And looky here, it only took me like 2 or 3 years to get to doing that. This actually led me down a rabbit hole when I looked into it a few months ago. I found out they have a website and have developed a few other games. This website is very odd. I feel like I know what the aesthetic of this website that they're going for is, but I just can't remember the name of it. It really does have like old website vibes. When you boot up and load into the game, you are dropped in front of a space lander and a TV in this, like, I don't know, this field maybe, I think it is. And I have no idea if this was intended, but the sensitivity is like really high for some reason. From what I can interpret here, you're an astronaut who's just landed on this weird planet and you're exploring its surroundings. I can kind of tell because there's like planets up above and you're in front of a moon lander kind of thing, so I guess. So once you walk through this grass and head up to this TV, you are teleported to a place that I can only describe as a personal hell constructed for a broken VHS tape. I was instantly greeted with bright colors, loud sounds, and an audio visualizer centered on your screen. The second area is very pink, and its inhabitants are the TV, of course, a tree made out of cute little doodles, this piano that continuously plays the same note, and this funky little dinosaur with some sick tunes. The rest of the environment is pretty featureless with some pink and blue rocky areas and this big hole. If you jump down the hole, you are teleported to the third area and you are greeted with that. There are a few things here besides the loud blaring sounds. There's this giant triangle that houses this little space dude and his dog, and I thought that was pretty cute. Around the area, there are some sounds that seemingly come from nowhere. There's this menacing toothbrush that is a grim reminder that I forgot to brush my teeth today. This hotel radiates an unsettling tone, and when you walk up to it, you are teleported back to the lander. There are a few new things here and there. The TV now has a cone of light over it. There's this drawing of a dog in a poncho. It was pretty cute. Once I walked back to the lander, the game abruptly ended. It sent me back to the menu, and that was it. The game was over. Now, I don't really think this game has much of a point to it other than just being like a little audio visual experience, like just like the description states. It is very unique, honestly. It's very loud, and if you get overwhelmed very easily, then it's what it will definitely do that. I don't think the game has any like message behind it or anything that you're supposed to interpret. I did want to add, because I found this out during the editing process of this video, that they have a whole page about this game, and more or less they describe what their accomplishments were being, what their end goal and all that was, and they have this really cool description of everything, which it's a lot to read, which would probably extend the video far beyond what I want it to be. I'll just read this out here. The final accomplishment of the project is an interactive application for individual use in the form of a video game. And it looks like they did just that. They have this cool stuff here that you should check out. I'll put this link in the description. I just wanted to add that. This game was originally made for the glitch jam, so like a game jam. Like those little events where you have like a time limit and you have to develop a game within a certain theme. Those are pretty cool. So, like I said at the earlier in the video, I went down this rabbit hole trying to find this game again and looking into what else the developer has made. And the website, like I said, is very odd, but they have quite a few other games here and there. As you can tell, they have Disco Discomfort listed, Balance, Min Gain, Data Mutations, and Utopia. They also have a few other links here to their itch.io, Game Jolt, and YouTube. Anywho, my main point is that this has opened my mind. I have been enlightened to weird little games like these, and I think from this point on, I will I'll look for these games more frequently. I'll do digging. I'll look deeper. I'll go into whatever I can find. These game jams, itch.io. These truly indie games developed by just very small developers. Not a lot of people have either seen or even heard of. I'll probably just dig, see what I can find. Keep finding more. It'll be fun. This was fun. So I'll do this more in the future. And that's all for now. If you like this video, please watch my other content, and my future content helps me a lot. And I will see